Yo guys, what is going on? This is Yoki here, and I am back for episode number 4 of our Inter Milan save on Football Manager 2017. And so far, it's going mixed. In the last episode, we had a big match against our rivals AC Milan, and in this episode, we take on Roma, who are literally just a point above us in the table. Also to note, it's still January, transfers have happened, we have been on a great run. I don't know if that's going to carry on, but we've been on a fantastic run. I feel like I'm turning stuff around at Inter, but I know with just like one loss, I'll be right back down in the shitter. So I'm hoping today that we can beat Roma. Now, January is like a big time and a big period for us because I feel like there was so many changes that were needed to be made to this club. And we have made some transfers. Not necessarily the transfers I wanted to, but we've made some transfers. I realised as Inter, and the fact that you can only have so many, mainly Brazilians, because most of them are Brazilians, but non-EU players, it's real tough. Brexit could really affect us as well if that happens in this game and hits hard, because with England not even being in the EU, it's going to really, mess stuff up for us. But anyway, we'll go through the transfers first, because everybody loves the transfers. There is still time. We haven't had deadline day yet, so that there's still time to bring in other players, and I'm pretty sure we've still got some room in the budget. So first of all, let's kick off with Jeffrey Kondogbia going. I didn't really want to let him go, but when I realised that he was pretty much a backup player, he was third or fourth choice, and 24 million for third or fourth choice, I'm not really one to turn that down. So I did let him go in the end. It's a shame because he's a very good player. He's young as well, young Frenchman, but he's gone to Man City, and like when he came and spoke to me as well, like, there's no way I can hold him back. It's Man City, so he's gone. We loaned out 2 youngsters, and Danilo D'Ambroso, butchering names again, has gone out as well to Celta Vigo, which it turned out to be kind of like a switch, because I'll show you, we have a left back coming from them, but he'll be in next season. We got him for pretty much nothing. But not a bad fee for someone who's aging, and again, was nowhere near the strongest defender in my team. Go back. Right. So, who do we bring in? I mean, we had a bit of money, so we brought in Stefan Jovetic. No, he was already a done deal from Man City and was going to be coming in anyway. We signed Andrea Capristo, who's a youngster who I don't know if I'll use or not, but I decided I wanted to put a bit of time into him, and we'll see if he can develop. But the first real signing for me was from Man City, and it was Bakary Sagna. Just solid. Like, if I only get 1 or 2 seasons out of him, I'll be happy. He's just a solid right back. He's, I think, now my strongest. Yeah, he's my strongest right back amongst Davide Santon and Carl Jenkinson. And look, he's a leading player for most serious sides. I don't care if he's old. Italian football's played slower. It doesn't matter. He was a good signing for us, I think. We joined on the bandwagon. I think at the start of this, I was like, I'm not going to join on that bandwagon. We need a striker, but I'm not going to go for the guy that everybody's going for. Well, we signed Andrea Bellotti. We couldn't score. We were just having so many problems scoring, and I've signed him and kind of realised since signing him, I don't really need him. He's come in, and I think he's played 1 game. Yeah, he started 1 game and scored 1 goal. He's not been here long, so that's not bad. Hey, I'm not knocking the guy, but unless I sell like Bella or Jovetic, how do I fit him in the squad? Barbosa, I probably shouldn't have signed him, but we signed him, and he's going to be a goal machine. And I basically, right, so this was my mindset. I got like this it wasn't an email, but on like the news feed or whatever they call it this year, it came up and said that Icardi was probably going to have a bid of 75 million coming from PSG, and I was like, right, well, I aren't going to turn down 75 million. I'm sorry, Icardi's brilliant, but I am not turning down 75 million, but I want to get someone in now. So I signed Bellotti, and then nothing's ever come in for Icardi, so now I've just got an abundance of strikers. But we can't go wrong, because hopefully now we'll get some goals. And I signed Manu. Yes, I'm not going to try and say his second name because he's not going very well so far with the names. Just a solid centre midfielder. The formation I've been trying out is heavily midfield, and we don't really have that many midfielders. And Kondogbia, went kind of, Probably regretting that a little bit now when we're playing such a midfielder formation. But oh well. He's pretty decent for the position he plays as an advanced playmaker, which we haven't had him playing. He's been playing more deep line playmaker, but as an advanced playmaker, his stats are like unbelievable. Apart from his flair, which I don't even care about right now. His composure, his first touch, his passion, his passing, his technique, teamwork, vision. I'm excited, man. He's a great squad player to have, and for the price that we paid, under 10 million, there's some add-ons. Under 10 million, I think that's fantastic. So we're happy. We're happy because we're playing well. That's not always the case that it's going to stay that way, but we're happy now. Anyway, so let's look at the schedule. So AC Milan, we drew. It was a dull game, boring. I'm sorry you guys had to watch it. I'm hoping the Roma game isn't boring. We then played against Juventus, and we lost 1-0, but we could have been soul destroyed, I felt, by Juventus, and I thought if it was a heavy defeat, then the morale was going to be so down, but it wasn't. We only lost 1-0, so I'm not too, hurt about that. And then against FC Midtjylland, we beat them 2-0, which gave us our qualification at that point. We was through. I think we was already through when we beat Slaven Liberec, but that was the coffin in the nail, the nail in the coffin, which meant that we finished first in the group, which is great. Fucking names again, man. We then went and beat this team 3-0. I'm sorry about this, guys. Davide Morella and Ivan Perisic scored, so it was a good 3-0 victory, really, to be honest with you. And then we had 2 games, because I knew this run was going to be favourable for us. Really was going to be favourable for us, because we were playing some easier teams, and hopefully we could get on a run. I'm not happy about these next 2 draws, but we drew against Palmero, and then we drew against Empoli. And Brazil got sent off. But he's not a member of the club anymore, so it doesn't really matter. We then went and beat Crotone 2-0, which would have been very angry if we hadn't beaten Crotone, considering their minnow status in Italian football. We then went and beat Fiorentina 3-0. Icardi, Banega, and Belotti getting his first goal. And in his first game, I was just like, oh my god, this is it. This is the momentum. We then went and played in the Italian Cup. Once again, names. I'm going to go with Pescara. That's what we're going with. If it's wrong, comment section. Gabriel Barbosa getting his first 2 goals, and that's just like, as a youngster, it's great for him to finally get some up front, which is where I was playing him, and finally good for him to get a couple of goals. The attendance was pretty poor. I know it's a cup game, but for a home attendance, it's just pretty poor. We then recently have just beaten Sampdoria with Mario Icardi getting a goal, which is great. As long as he keeps scoring, we're happy. But now it's a big one because we've got Roma, and I am a little bit nervous. It's Juventus after Roma as well, which is in the cup, and I'm not really expecting to go any further in that cup, to be honest with you. But Roma is a big one because they're third, we're fourth. There's a point in between us. AC Milan are right up my ass. So, if we lose this, then we start to lose that top half trail, and I really do not want that. I want a win, but I would take a draw. The next live com, I'm not sure how to work around it. I feel it should be Shakhtar. But do we do first and second leg in one live com, which I'm feeling would probably make sense, unless we get absolutely destroyed in the first leg. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do first and second leg in the next episode. So I'll be back pretty sharpish for the first time. And then it's kind of working out what games I do drawing towards the end of the season. Do I just run through and finish the season, or will we do the second Milan derby? I think we may just do last game of the season. After that, I think we'll do double header for Shakhtar, and then we'll just run to the last, game of the season, and we'll get the first season finished. But anyway, guys, it's time to take on Roma. This is a formation I'm going with. I've been working on it. There is no doubt that this probably will not work today, but I'm trying. Also, at the same time, this is a formation I've been trying out as well, which has worked okay, and we may revert to it. But as you can see, it's very midfielder heavy. So let's utilise the wingers in this game and hope that we win. You see, this doesn't make sense to me because Candavera is literally about to go to Real Madrid. They bid for him. I've accepted it. He's done nothing for me all year. If somebody else is doing an Inter save and he's done fantastic, that's awesome for you. But he's done nothing for me. So he's going. So he's definitely not starting today. In fact, I think I'm going to start Barbosa. Try and let him keep that form going. Icardi's going to start up front as an advanced forward because that's his favourite position. João Mario isn't perfect there though. Let's do this because Benega's been playing poorly recently. And is he still suspended? Oh, where's Medal? We'll put Rabiot in there. You're a good box-to-box midfielder. There we go. Medal's playing defensive midfielder. Right, so that's the squad we're going to go with. And hopefully, you know, Roma's not going to be as boring as the Milan game. The Milan game was terrible. I don't know where it came from, guys. Like, really do not know where it came from. I'm going to take this time in the video, guys, just to say thank you for all the support so far over the first 3 episodes. I am looking at more series to come, not necessarily Football Manager. I'm thinking that I'm going to start a FIFA series and also maybe a My Career on WWE 2K17 because I'm really enjoying that at the minute. But they're just what I'm looking at. Right now, the sole focus is this Inter Milan save. But I just want to say thanks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at Yorkieman. I will be upping my responses and talk time on Twitter because I know I don't use it that much. I have faith in you lads because you are amazing footballers and I really need this win. We were in the sack race. We were sitting 5th until we went on this run. Even when we was on this run, managers were getting sacked and my name was coming up at the bottom as like sack race, you know, they do the odds. My name was there and I'm like, why is my name there? Like, we're not doing terrible. We've not had any major terrible defeats. Like, what is my name on the sack race? But hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully this is not a goal for Roma, and we can start doing something. I'm thinking about resorting to my other formation already. And we're 1-0 down. Great. Dzeko scores. He's great for them, isn't he? Fantastic. Awesome. It's how we like to start games. I don't like to make things. He's literally just walked into that ball and it's tumbled in. Handanovic, you are supposed to be one of the best goalkeepers on the game. You made it look like that there, didn't you? I don't want to change anything too soon. Maybe we can get back into this. I don't want to start going, right, that's it, we'll throw everything at it and go really attacking. I would let's work the ball into the box off fairly wide and let's clear the ball to the flanks. But I like playing out of defence. No, let's clear the ball to the flanks. I want to get it to the wingers so my wingers can actually do something. Let's see if that pays. Let's get the ball into Icardi and maybe he can score. That would be great. Perisic. Oh, off the crossbar. Still 1-0 though, and it's not great, is it? That's not fantastic at half time. It really isn't. Do we change tactic? Do I have the players to change tactic? I do have the players to change. We're gonna change it up and have 2 up front. Icardi. We're gonna go like this. This is gonna work. I feel it. I just feel like this is it now. Hopefully. Let's just clearly 6s all round. Have you noticed the rating system's a bit weird this year? I've had games where I think the Fiorentina game where I won 3-0. The second striker got a 6.4. How does a second striker when you win that? It's 6.4. Just didn't understand it. But anyway, Barbosa. Rabiot, Perisic, let's get a goal. Please, let's get a goal. It would be really nice. I'm accepting of a draw in this game, which is strange. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but I am. Like, Roma are a very good team. Barbosa, I thought it might have been his first goal in the league. The cup's great though. He's good in the cup. Not anymore though, because we'll be knocked out by Juventus. This game sometimes, I don't know if anybody else finds it. It's just not enjoyable. But I suppose if you didn't have the struggles, you'd never come back to it. If you walked away with it, I've done saves before where it's been a little bit too easy, and then the success doesn't feel like success. Florenzi, and we're 2-0 down. So when it looked like we might get into the game and we had a clear-cut chance for Gabriel Barbosa, Florenzi didn't like that. And he's they've made Santon look like a bit of a mug there, haven't they? Really great. It's fine though, because 2-0 defeats to Inter, to Roma are okay, aren't they? Now, what do we do with this? Have no idea. That's the answer to the question. Alright, Icardi is playing terrible, so Belotti's going to come on. He's a better complete forward, but Barbosa is not a poacher. We go a complete forward and advanced forward, because Belotti's an animal at that by the looks of it. And can we stop leaking at the defence? Well, it's Bakary Sagna actually that's having a nightmare of a game. Jenkinson can come on. So as I talked up Sagna earlier, because he's been fantastic so far. Not today. Not today, guys. See if going attacking. I don't feel like we've got out to lose. I don't feel like we've been the worst team necessarily, and the stats certainly aren't showing that. We've out-possessioned them. We've played better. They've probably just got better finishers, better players. Really, in my opinion, are they going to get a third? Because this would just be a little bit frustrating when you've just made changes. They are not, but they should have done. That was a ridiculous chance to give them. So the run's going to be stopped by the looks of it. Barbosa had just finished. Just finish your chances, Barbosa. I know you're young, but you're taking up a very important non-EU player spot, which I could sign a massive Brazilian with. The problem is when I have results like this, it's just Davide Santon's going to get sent off, so our day goes from better to better. When we perform like this, it genuinely does make me just think I'm just going to go to the transfer market. I'm just going to spend every penny that we have, but great. No left back on the bench though. Why is that? Because we don't have another. Barbosa, you fucking missed that chance, so let's go contain, and let's just hope they don't score anymore. Let's just go with that. That'd be. It's not the greatest result, this one. I was coming into this game thinking we definitely have a chance. The way we're playing, we've got a chance. Well, doesn't matter if you've got a chance, does it? You can't score the goals. We haven't looked bad though. If you look at the stats, we haven't looked bad. They've just not. We've not done it. We've not done anything with it. We've not been proactive with what we were doing. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. We should sympathise, should we? Should we sympathise? I feel like my assistant isn't very knowledgeable, but you know, how do I sympathise? I wasn't happy with that. The performance was shocking. Yeah, I'm not pleased. I'm not going to start screaming and shouting here because we've got Juventus next in the cup, but I'm not pleased with that, and Santon getting sent off is just a joke. So, we remain fourth because AC Milan drew, which isn't terrible, but fourth isn't Champions League. And now Roma have extended a gap. And where have Chievo come from? Someone tell me in the comments, right, if you watch Italian football, now I watch as much as I can, where have Chievo come from? Very frustrating. That was a frustrating game. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next episode where I will do the double header of Shakhtar, and I'm hoping that it's more enjoyable than the last game we just played. And I'm now going to try and not do the knee-jerk reaction of trying to sign any player I can. What budget do I have to see? I don't really have that much of a budget left, do I really? Really, that budget there says to me you can sign no one. Oh, but Cannavera's going out, so we have that money. There's tons of players on here that I'd love. You know, Teixeira for like 100 million. I may have a quick look. Because it'd be wrong not to, wouldn't it? It'd be wrong not to, and we definitely need. But we need more midfielders. Do we though? I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad performance. Maybe it was just a one-off bad. But we didn't play that well. We didn't play that badly. So the stats weren't terrible. Like, we've just had a great run. Take the Juventus loss, beat Sassuolo, Torino, Shakhtar, Atalanta, Shakhtar again, and then pound Chievo, and we're right back up there. So it doesn't matter, guys. We're still doing fine. We're in 4th place. Inter Milan are going to be roses next season. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. As always, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter for, I don't know, more up-to-date stuff, because I'm going to start using Twitter and tweeting and stuff. So, cheers, guys. Thank you.